What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the WWE Elite Collection Builder Referee Dangerous Danny Davis. The 4 figures you need to complete Danny Davis are Woken Matt Hardy, Mick Foley, Kofi Kingston, and Booker T. Once you have all 4 figures, you can build your very own referee. So let's actually get him off the stage, and then we'll have a closer look at Dangerous Danny Davis. And so here we have Dangerous Danny Davis off the display stage, and let's actually run through his accessories really fast because he does come with 2. He does get 2 pairs of hands. We do get a pair of grip hands for Danny Davis, and then we also do get flat palm hands for him. Other than that, he doesn't come with anything else. I'm actually surprised he comes with alternate hands, seeing as how he is a Build-A-Figure, and most of the time Build-A-Figures don't really get accessories, so I'm really happy about that. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually take a closer look at Dangerous Danny Davis. And so here we have a closer look at Dangerous Danny Davis. Now, I'll be upfront with you guys. I have no idea who Danny Davis is. I believe he's a referee before my time, or maybe he was at the time I started watching wrestling and then retired shortly after. But either way, I'm really glad to have a referee in hand. You never knew you needed a referee until you actually have one in hand, and I really do like the way he came out. So as far as the face goes, it looks like Danny Davis. I've seen some pictures of him before this review, and they did a really good job with his likeness. Although it also kind of looks like Eric Bischoff, doesn't it? From certain angles, I'm pretty sure somebody out there could turn this into an Eric Bischoff head. But really do like the way it came out. Now, unfortunately on mine, you can see there's a seam right here on his neck that it does look like it's coming apart. On this side, not so much, so it's mainly just on the left side that seam is coming undone. Having a look at his attire, this is basically what referees wore back in the day. They didn't wear the zebra stripes, they wore these light blue shirts with the little bow ties. So overall, they did a really good job here, although it does appear that they used 2 different plastics for his torso and his arms, because you can see that there is some color difference between them. It's only noticeable under my lights. If you were to have him displayed outside of a studio, you probably won't notice that. It's just something I didn't notice after messing around with him under the studio. Right now I do have him with the grip hands, although if you don't want him with the grip hands, he does come with a pair of flat palmed hands so he can count 1, 2, and 3. You never know you needed a referee in your collection until you actually have one in hand, and I need a referee in my collection. Who knew? As far as his lower torso goes, standard referee slacks. You can see the belt is painted on nicely. It's a really simple design, although I'm not a fan of these T-jointed hips that they're using. This is like old school DC Universe Classics style T-jointed hips. It functions well, but it doesn't lend itself for aesthetics, especially because they have to lower the thigh cut all the way down to knee level. But it's basically the same suit body that we've been getting with all the suit elite figures, so there's really not much you can say about it, but it is something to take note. So overall, Dangerous Danny Davis does look good, and he will fill the role as needed. He is the referee in my collection. So with that out of the way, let's actually get him compared to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Dangerous Danny Davis posed next to Elite Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. And finally, here we do have Danny Davis posed next to the Ultimate Edition's Triple H and an Elite Johnny Gargano. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a look at his articulation. He does have surprisingly good articulation, although I do have one major issue with mine, and it's probably just mine. Yours might not have this issue, so let's actually run through it really fast. He does have a ball joint in the head, which does let him look up and down pretty well, as well as get some head tilt, so I do like that. It works perfectly fine. Does rotate left and right, no problem. Arms do go out to the side, only horizontal, but that's basically all you need. He does rotate at the shoulder. We have a bicep swivel, which works fine. Single bend in the elbow. You really don't need too much articulation on the referee, so that's pretty good. We have swivel and hinge in the wrist. We do have an ab crunch, which goes back only to about that far. He goes forward only to about that far, and that's really not much. But then again, referees aren't supposed to be the most athletic people, so there is that. Mine has an issue with the waist, and it's a really, really, really loose waist. I mean, I can pretty much use them as one of those New Year's noisemaker, and that's pretty bad. I mean, you can see His waist doesn't even support the weight of his legs except at certain points. So yeah, that's really bad because I don't remember referees doing tornado action. So there is that little issue with mine. I don't know if it's going to be a universal issue, but mine does have tornado punch action. Legs do kick forward all the way, and they do go all the way back because of how the leg is designed. They do go out to the side, although it's really ugly because it hinges up high. We do have swivel at the knee, which is kind of loose. Double jointed at the knee, works no problem. We have rotation at the shoe. It is on a ball joint, so it does pivot side to side, forward and back. We do have rocker ankle on Danny Davis, so that is pretty good. So overall, despite the fact mine has this tornado punching action, I still think he's a nice addition to the collection. So what we're going to do now is get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have Dangerous Danny Davis posed for my final thoughts, and overall I actually do enjoy the way this figure came out. I would like to see some modern day referees released as Build-A-Figures at some point in the WWE line, because I really think that referees would be a waste of a slot if they were in the actual wave, but as an add-in such as a Build-A-Figure, I think it's perfect for referees and managers. If you are looking to complete your Dangerous Danny Davis, the good news is you only really need 3 figures to complete them. You only really need Woken Matt Hardy for the head, Booker T for the torso, or for the lower torso and the arms, and then Mick Foley for the main torso. Kofi Kingston is completely irrelevant because if you've been collecting WWE figures lately, they do come with alternate hands, and the hands that he comes with are the same hands that are used for Johnny Gargano. So if you want to use those, you can actually skip on Kofi. Now, if you do want to pick up the entire series, you can, but I'm just saying that Kofi was one of the weaker figures of this series, so the fact that we can actually have a referee and we don't need to pick up that figure is a really good thing. If you are looking for the Wrestlemania line, they have started to hit stores at the time of making this video, so be on the lookout for them at your local Walmarts and Targets. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other WWE videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. As always, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.